to be here today so that I can actually take you on how to identify your ideal customer. All right, so I need to start by introducing myself. My name is Yinka Shobola. I'm the head coach at O Digital Academy and a digital marketing and also a digital marketing consultant. And I've actually trained over 2,764 people in every industry in Nigeria and outside Nigeria for over 5 years. And I'm highly skilled in strategy, growing business, lead generation, traffic, consulting, SEO, customer acquisition, knowing your right customer, content development, email marketing, and social media advertising. And I'm vast in it. And I've actually coached people in different industry in and out of Nigeria. All right. Now, before we start, I would like to also show us the goal of our masterclass today. Now, the goal of our masterclass today is that at the end of today's class, each and every one of us will be able to identify their desired customer they need to grow their business, because I know that we have business owners on these platforms. And I know that COVID-19 actually opened a lot of people's mind to the possibility of going online to get their customer. Some people don't even believe in digital marketing or getting customer online. They are so used to their old way of getting customer, which I'm going to address today. Now, COVID-19 came in to actually show us that there are other ways to actually get your customer apart from normal connection or your normal network you have. Now, once we go through this training, at the end of today's class, I so much believe that a lot of us will get value. And that is the reason why we need to wait to the end of the webinar. Now, if you wait to the end of the webinar, there's a free gift I'm going to give to everyone. That gift can actually give you insights on how to identify your customer online. And that is the gift. So if you wait to the end of the webinar, you will get the gifts which I have for everyone on this platform. Right now, these are testimonials of clients and students that I've actually trained, right? At Old Digital Academy, we have an agency in-house where we actually help businesses to promote their brand, right? So this first testimonial that you are seeing right now, we have the highest sales of orders in a day since we started. It was a shoe brand. Now, how do we able to sell a shoe brand online? It is based on the fact that we could identify those that are interested in purchasing the product from this shoe brand. Now, the owner of this company is just 22 years old in Nigeria here in Lagos. Coded guy, 22 years, and is making serious money from the marketing that we are currently running for him. And the other screenshot here is just showing you the marketing we did All right, so now this is showing you that we were able to spend 0.62 cents to make a purchase. Now the product we're trying to sell here was over 25,000 naira. So we spend less to get more. Now, which means that if I put in more money, which I'm going to talk about today, we will get more sales, right? So all these testimonials or these feedbacks and results I'm sharing with you here is an indication that we were able to identify the customers that be interested in buying our product. Now, we spent $1 to make 3 purchases. What I mean by that, 3 people bought what we are trying to sell to our customers. So which means the $1 is less than $1.57, even less than 600 naira. Which means that for everybody that purchase, we spend like 600 naira to acquire a particular customer to purchase from us. And then don't worry about that. Now, we also have a lifetime value for the customer, which means that once the customer buy, they'll keep buying without us spending so much money. So we have a pool of a lead generation strategy that we have in place for it, right? So all these testimonials here is just to let you know that getting customers online is very, very possible if you actually understand the process of how to get it done. And that is why I am here today, right? Now, this is the outline of what we'll be covering today in the class. Now, I want everybody to pay attention to the class. If you have a pen, if you have your notepad, pick it up, because there are some information I'm going to be dropping here, which will actually help you understand your ideal customer. Now, these are what I'm going to be covering. Now, the first one is knowing the right customer for your business, because some of us have businesses, but we don't really know the right customers for our business, which is very important. If you don't have a customer, you don't have a business, and that's the way it is, right? The next one is what I'm going to call what exactly is sales funnel. Everybody has to know what exactly is sales. Some people might be hearing this for the first time. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down to a layman's language so that you understand what I mean by sales funnel. Now, I'm going to be talking about traffic temperature, how to scale your business to six figure. Before you can even scale to six figure, I'm sure you'll have made some sales online. You've gotten the system perfect. That's when you can now start thinking of, oh, if I spend this amount, this is the amount I make for my business, which means that if I want to scale to this amount, this is the amount I need to spend, right? And we also need to talk about why old marketing is not working anymore, right? We'll talk about what makes digital marketing so powerful. It's also powerful, which means that it's powerful in such a way that the platform that we currently have right now, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, I'm going to be sharing some insight with you about those platforms, how those platforms was able to give us leverage in getting across to customers online. I'm going to talk about it in depth. And we'll also be talking about a lot of stuff. I don't want to say things right now, but I know I'm going to be giving you a lot of insight on how to. No, now let's start the class by saying that how do you choose the right customer? It's very important. Now you need to understand that. You need to understand your ideal customer before you can actually market your business online. Now, for you to effectively know your ideal customer, you need to either fill the bonus, the customer personnel worksheet I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of the class, or you use an insight app by Facebook to actually identify your customer, right? Once you understand your ideal customer, it will be easier for you to be able to reach them at the point of contact using digital marketing techniques to get across to them. All right, now, how do you choose your customer, right? Every one of us that have a business today, we are in a business of solving a problem. We are in a business of helping someone to get the desired result they want. And then in exchange, in solving someone's problem, you get you get paid for that. Now, are you solving a problem, right? We need to ask yourself. So let's start asking ourselves, what problem are you solving as a business owner that will make someone to pay you for that service? Because these guys that are online have different problems, and the way to make it work, or the way to get those customers, is that you have to solve a problem, right? So what problem are you solving right now, right? For us, we are solving a problem of people marketing online and not getting results. And that's why we've been able to help a shoe brand to sell his product. We've been able to help a betting company to get sign up on their site because they've been struggling to get sign up. So we're able to identify the problem that they have, right? Once you understand, identify the problem that they have, who are you targeting? Now, you need to understand that, oh, who are the people that will be interested in my product and services? That's the next question you need to ask yourself. That's what we do when we are trying to actually help someone get a customer online. We sit down to say, who are the people that will be interested in this betting business? Who are the people that will be interested in this footwear brand? Then we will now segment them. Oh, we have ladies, we have men. What age would they be, right? Oh, can they afford to buy 15,000 naira footwear or 25,000 naira footwear? Now, no, 18-year-old might not be able to afford it. But in some areas in Abuja or Lagos, an 18-year-old will be able to afford those kind of products. So by critically analyzing your audience, you will be able to understand who your audience are. So that's very important, right? Now, the online platform has a channel, because when we came on board on those platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and during our registration process, we all filled our information there. right? Over time, Facebook understand your interest. Now, when it comes to advertising or getting customer online, for Facebook, it is based on interest. And on Google, it is based on intent. And I'm going to explain the two to us before I move further. Now, on Facebook, Facebook get to know what you're interested in based on your activities on this platform. Let's say you are a lady that you keep liking posts about babies. They will know that you're expecting a baby, or you're probably pregnant, or you're a man or a guy that you are always following sports betting, politics, competing, abusing someone, commenting, and just like that. They know automatically, and they categorize you under those that are interested in that. Now, how do you now narrow your focus further, right? By the time you identify your ideal customer, you need to now sit down and say, what are these people interested in? Are they interested in my kind of products? Right? You need to be able to segment that and then get it out. Now, the customer persona worksheet I'm going to share with you has all this information that you need to, it's like a questionnaire that will identify who your customer is online. Once you get the customer worksheet, you will be able to know who your customer is. Now, if you are into B2B business, I'm talking about B2C previously. If you are into B2B, you need to ask yourself, who are the brands that will be interested in my business? Let's say you are a contractor. You know that those in the building industry are the one, or the construction industry are the one that will be interested. Let's say you're an engineer or road engineer or site engineer. You know these are the set of customers that will be interested. And then you can now think of where are these guys? You now need to probably go to LinkedIn, because majority of the professionals that we have in Lagos or in Nigeria are on LinkedIn. And you can target them based on their location. Right now, LinkedIn actually open up the targeting space to target per location. Let's say you want to target companies in Lekki that are into certain industry or certain services. Those companies can actually get to see it on LinkedIn. Let's say you want to target decision makers of brands, right? All you need to do is to pinpoint those decision makers. Hello, procurement manager is what I want to show my advert to. I want to show my advert to managing partners. I want to show my advert to CEOs, those decision makers in the brand. All these guys are the guys. So if you get it wrong from the start, you might not get to know your ideal customer, because all this is what we put in consideration before we get to run our ads or promote our business, right? So what problem is this guy facing? You need to be able to answer it, because if you answered all these questions, it will be easier for you to communicate your marketing message or your brand communication message to those guys online. They get to see it and they see, oh, if I have a problem, oh, these guys can actually help me solve the problem. So all these points are what you need to know first before you can actually say, I want to get my customer online. Once you get to answer all these questions, it will be easier for you to be able to get your customer online. Now, what motivates these guys? You need to think of what are the things that motivate these guys to actually ask you or make inquiry or show information or show interest in whatever you're selling. Now, that is where we think of what we call tripwire or a lead magnet to get these guys on board. Now, let me explain what tripwire is. Tripwire is like offering a clickbait to someone in exchange for them to come on board, right? There are times where big brands sell a cheaper product to us so that at the end of the day, they upsell us with better plan. Most of the guys that does this kind of marketing are probably those in telecoms. They tell you, oh, on our SIM, and then over time you begin to buy data of 15,000, 25,000, and just like that. But then that was a clickbait. Now, a lead magnet is something that they can never resist, that they need, but they need to give you their email address in exchange for that kind of stuff, right? Now, all these are what you need to put in place before you can actually understand your customer. So once you understand your ideal customer, you need to now sit down and ask yourself, where do I get this customer from? Are they on Twitter? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Google? Now, let me explain Google for you, to you, everyone. Now, Google has a system. Now, Google has the largest database of every one of us. Now, let me explain why they have the largest database. Now, most of us are using Google Chrome. We're using Google Chrome on our phone and our PC. We're using Gmail. We're using Play Store. And they have data about on all of us, right? Now, when you make a search on Google, they actually keep those data for us to use as a marketer, as a business owner. So that when you say, oh, I want to sell let's say I want to sell property, and then someone that wants to buy property go online, because in an intent-based marketing, they go online to go and search because they are in need of it. Now, some of us also, when we want to buy a new phone or a new gadget, or you want to find something, we go to Google to go and search. We don't go to Facebook to go and search. That was why I say that Facebook is based on interest and Google is based on intent. Intent buying, those that want to buy, that have this intention of buying stuff, are on Google, right? Now, all depends on your business. Some businesses, their audience is only on Facebook and Instagram. Some are on LinkedIn. Some are on Twitter, right? Some are on all platforms. Once you identify that all these guys are on these platforms, okay, what marketing channel should I push to these guys? What marketing channels should I push? What marketing message should I push to these guys? And then you can actually get them. Now, for betting, the one that we're working right now, we currently use Facebook and Google for them, because we know that people that are interested in betting go on Google and search for betting predictions and things like that. For me, I don't bet, and I don't even, I will not even go to Google to bet. But then, based on research, we discovered that over 1,000 to 10,000 people every month in Nigeria go to Google to go and search for betting predictions. So we have to place the marketing message in front of those guys, and that was how we got 300 sign-ups in 1 week for the brand. Same thing applies to footwear. Those that are interested in footwear, at a point, they might have followed footwear brand, they follow certain designers online, and that's how Google and Facebook tend to know that these guys are interested in this. So you need to put yourself in the customer's shoe and ask yourself, what are the things is my customer going to be interested in? So once you understand it, the next thing you need to now do is coming up with a marketing message for them. How do you craft your message? What solution is your audience trying to get, or what have they tried before, right? Why is your own solution better? Why is your business plan or your own offer better than your competitor offer? Because all these are what you need to put in place. Why is your own training better than other guys' training? What is your own unique selling point to the other competitor? So all these are what you need to put up when you are crafting your marketing message to your target audience online, so that they can actually resonate more with it. Right? So it's one thing for you to do your research on customer and how to get them, right? And it's another job for you to now pass a marketing message to them. Now, you need to also think of what problems do they have. You need to outline the problems you have. Oh, they have financial constraints. They're looking for good product, healthy product, right? Like Mr. Dede's product is, there's a brand he told me about. They sell smoothies, right? And then the feedback that he has gotten is that a lot of people that have health complications would take the smoothie, and then the blood pressure would, right? A lot of people are looking for something like that online. All you need to do is to pass the message across to them. And then you have this set of guys contacting you every single month, because you are solving a problem in their life and they are ready to pay you for that, right? All these are what you need to put in place when you are trying to sell online. Those platforms, Facebook has its own audience, Instagram has its own audience. We have young, older generation now on Facebook now. So if you want to sell to older generation, like 40 years and above, most of them still hang out on Facebook. Retirees, they're out there. But then if you want younger generations to see your brand and to communicate, to buy whatever stuff you want, you need to talk to those girls or to those men or to those guys on Instagram. If you want professional guys to talk to you, you need to now move to LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is where you get professionals that are ready to buy your service, that are ready. So if you are looking for a B2B customer, you know automatically that LinkedIn is your best bet. Right? Now, once you identify your customer, the next thing is you need to now do is that you need to have a sales funnel. Now, the way old marketing works is different from the way marketing works right now. The old way is most of us share flyers on the street, give everybody, but then most times when we share flyers on the street, we tend to share those flyers to the wrong set of people. Or most times when your marketing team goes out to look for customers, most of the time, those set of people tend to talk to the wrong set of people. But the way online platform works is that there are data speaks for whatever you want to do online, which means that there are certain customers, there are certain demography of customers that do certain things online that we can actually use to get those guys online using the online platform. Now, sales funnel is a step that someone needs to take to become a customer, right? And I'm going to show you an example of a sales funnel, but I need to explain what the sales funnel is. every business owner must have a sales funnel in place. Every real estate company must have a sales funnel in place, because those in real estate, the conversion window can be 60 days or 90 days, or can even be 30 days, right? Everybody must have a sales funnel in place, because sales funnel will keep bringing you customers every single time, and then to get your potential customer a step closer to your offer and a buying decision using the online platform, Instagram, email marketing, videos, webinars, IG Live, and just like that. All these are sales funnels that you need to put in place. If you don't have sales funnel in place, you are very lucky to be on this platform, and you need to have a sales funnel. And if you don't know how to craft a sales funnel, I'm going to help you. If you want to develop a sales funnel, I'm going to help you develop a sales funnel on the group, probably when we get back to the group, right? I'll tell you exactly the sales funnel you need to use to grow your business online, right? And that is my promise to everyone on this webinar. So wait to the end of the webinar, and then you get the gifts that I have for everyone. Thank you so much. Right, now the key of a sales funnel is that it will keep giving you sales every single time. Now, you've identified your customer. You need to now build a sales funnel to get a customer, right? The way sales funnel works is just, you're not just running ads and wasting money. You're running ads for a particular objective. Oh, we want to acquire 10,000 customers online to our funnel, and we want to market to those set of people going forward. And we know that every single month, steadily, we get 10 to 100 people paying us every single month for that. In our own brand, we have a target of saying we need 100 potential customers every month, and we need just 10 of them to pay us every month for whatever service we want to charge them for, right? So the more the leads you get, the more you tend to close a lot of deals, right? The reason why most of us don't close a lot of deals is because we are limited in numbers of customers that we get online, right? Now, once you understand that there's a need for a sales funnel, there are phases of a sales funnel. For you to create a successful sales funnel, right? I'm going to show you an example of a sales funnel when we are done. By the time I'm done with this, you get to see an example of a sales funnel. So you need to understand that there are 4 phases of a sales funnel, right? We have the awareness stage. Now, no matter the kind of business you do, right, you need to go through that stages. People have to be aware that you exist in business. And we have a relationship stage, we have the sales stage, and we have the upsell stage. For every brand that you've bought, you've paid for their services, or for whatever thing you've done online, you've paid for anything. You've actually passed through all these phases before someone can actually pay you for any service online. And I'm going to explain each of these phases to us, one after the other. Let's just pay attention to that. Now, the awareness stage is a stage where your goal is to let people or your potential customer know that you exist in business, right? So ask yourself, what can I do to make people aware of my business? What can I do to make people aware of your business? There are people, right, that currently have businesses online, but they don't have a physical office, and they are cashing out, seriously. There are people in Lagos here or anywhere in the world, they don't even have any office anywhere, but then they have an online presence. Every brand must have an online presence. For people to get to know you, you must pass through the first stage, which is the awareness stage. Like, will you exist in business? Let people also know that, oh, you exist in business. Let people know that Mr. Sonny has a training institute, and everybody exists in business. That's the first stage. Let people know that you exist in business. Right? Now, the only way that people can actually know that you exist in the business is through paid advertising. Now that you have identified your customer, right? I'm going to be at time to ask me questions on how do I know my customer? What kind of customer do I need to look for? I'll answer that. But then one of the fastest ways to reach those customers that we've gotten, that we've analyzed, or that we came up with, it is through paid media. Paid media. Now, free media or free advertising will not work, because it might take you a longer time, but then the paid one will actually get you a lot of results faster and quick. Now, this will allow you to be able to reach out to people that are interested in your product and services online using the data from those platforms. Now, LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is aware of those that carry managing partner, director on their profile, right? for each industry. And that is how you can actually reach those set of people online using the marketing option. Right? So it is important for you to be able to know people and target them by their preference. Their preference can either be their interest or their intent or the demographic they belong to. Because if you understand all this demography, the intent, the interest of these guys, right? They are online. Now, let's say someone sells cake online or into confectionaries online. Do you know that Facebook has data of people that are birthdays coming up in the next 1 week from now, and they are looking for something to buy? Those in the surprise birthday package. Now, no, there's a business in Nigeria right now. A lot of people are going to surprise birthday business, right? There are people online that are, their birthdays are coming up, and their friends and family does not even know what to give to them. They don't even have an idea what to, so that is where you come in as a service to their problem they have. Now, on Facebook, they have an option where friends of people that their birthdays are coming up in a few days from now are online waiting for you to push your product to them so they can actually make inquiry and then you can close them from there. Sometimes you might even run an awareness campaign now and then you close a deal from there if you understand your ideal customer. Now, the next stage is the relationship stage. Once people are aware of your brand, you want to continue to build relationship with them. Now, relationship can either be, they can either follow you or message you or subscribe to your offer or subscribe to your landing page or send you a contact message on your website. That way, you actually build a relationship with them. So I'm going to answer all the questions on the chat because I'm seeing some messages dropping on the chat. I'm going to answer those questions while I'm done. Now, on this stage, you need to now build your trust and authority so that people will feel comfortable patronizing you online, right? That is the reason why this stage is important for you. Now, you build trust based on feedbacks, on reviews, on testimonials that you put up on your page through Instagram, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, through emails, and then, oh, this was the feedback we got from our customer yesterday, and then you have to come up with a content about it and push it to people. There are people that will join the community of funnel that they'll still be on the fence. So you are using those marketing message or these stages to convert those guys to pay for your service. We don't just run advert because we want to sell. We have a process and an objective that we want to achieve at the end of the day, right? Big brands like MTN, like Coca-Cola, those guys run an awareness campaign because they've actually built their business. They've built trust and authority. They can tell you, oh, we want to run a campaign that will get to over 50 million Nigerians. How much is it going to cost us? But then most of us are small business owners. We don't have such budget to push out to for that kind of stuff, right? Once you're done with that, you can actually use email marketing as your popular choice to get people to communicate with your audience, to talk to your customers every single time. And you can retarget people that did not buy from you. Now, we have a system in place that you can actually retarget people with the data we've gotten from Facebook, retarget them back to your site. That is why when you go to some site, you tend to be seeing them everywhere. Even in your dreams, you begin to remember those guys because they want to put their brand as top of the mind to you. So that anytime you remember you want to get stuff online, let's say anytime I will remember event, and I've been seeing Mr. Dede's event complaint, I will always remember, oh, I've been seeing one complaint online for event. Let me try them out. Let me call them out. Can you please give me the number? I got their email. Let me go to my email and check. Then customers sometimes go back to their email and find you, and then they can actually message you. And then that's how relationship come in for some brand. Now, once you build a relationship, it will be easier for you to convert anybody and to sell to this person at this stage because selling is going to be easier. Your customer will be ready to buy from you because they have passed through the awareness, the relationship stage, and to this conversion stage is going to be easy for them to buy. So at this point, it will be easier for them to buy anything you have for them here at this stage. Once they buy from you, you can upsell them again to anything you want, right? If a customer gets a value from your service, you can say, oh, we also have this for this. Now, this same thing happens to us typically in our day-to-day activities. We have an Igbo guy that sells, let's say, Chukwamaka electronics. You've been buying from this guy for like 10 years, and then anytime you go to the guy's shop to pick up probably electronics, the guy can even say, oh, God, pick this one, and this one go good for this one. That kind of stuff. So he tries, it will be easier for him to upsell you at that stage because if you are his current customer, you've been buying from him, you've tested his service, you've enjoyed his services, and so customers you can actually upsell them with other added bonuses, right? Someone that can even pay you a triple or $1 to come on board, and then you can upsell when the person get value for that $1. You can upsell the person to a $500 package. This is what those Oyimbos do to most of us, right? In diaspora, right? So McDonald's also take this kind of do this kind of marketing. They also exhibit this kind of marketing whereby you come to them, you buy, and they offer you coffee, and then you upsell you again, right? Same thing applies to companies in Nigeria, home and abroad. They upsell you, so it is easier for you to sell to anybody at that stage. Now, why do you need a sales funnel? Because you need to have a sales funnel in your business because we want to have a process in place. Now, if you want to sell online, you must have a process in place systematically to generate leads, to generate customers for you every single day. It's a process which everybody must. So if you have this sales process in place, your mind will be at rest. Imagine you having customers coming into your pool of funnel every single day. You have rest of mind because you know that, oh, how many people came into there? 5 people. Oh, I mean, you have an idea that at the end of the month, you have 10 to 5 customers paying you for that. But then if you just have a business and no blood pressure might actually go up because of the fact that you're not getting customer. Now, the reason why we have sales funnel in place is because we want to build relationship with our customer. Because before anybody can buy from you, you need to build a relationship with them. And you want to turn someone that is not a paying customer into a paying customer. And you want to get repeated businesses by selling more services and products to our existing customer. Because when customer get value, they will always buy more products from you. So as a business owner, you need to think of how do I retain my old customer? How do I get my new customer on board? But most people just feel that once they get a customer, they can decide not to service those guys very well. And then they might eventually lose them to another competitor. So you need to think of how do I give value to this customer? How do I make this customer keep paying me? How do I make this customer keep referring other customer to me? Right? So if you get a customer through paid advertising, through a sales funnel, and the person got value from you, from your business, it is easier for the person to evangelize your business for you. But then you have not spent money to acquire the other customer that the person has brought for you. That is why we need to make sure that we keep our old customers. Right? Now, this is an example of a funnel that I was talking about. A funnel. Now, a funnel is going to consist of what we call a landing page. A landing page is a page that you have to develop for a marketing purpose. Because most of us have a website, but then website is full of distraction. Right? That is why you need to have a special page called a landing page to sell to your customer. It's very important for you to have a funnel. This is an example of the funnel that I'm talking about. If you are following my training, you understand the flow of what I'm saying right now. Now, the sales page is a page that sells your service to a total stranger. Right? Yeah, you're trying to sell your service to a total stranger, right? Let's say you're trying to sell a training. You need to look for where will I get a customer from? Online, offline. Which platform will I get them from? Oh, Google, Facebook, right? Google, Facebook. You can then run a paid marketing from those platforms so that your potential customers can come to this sales page. and then take the step you want them to take. Now, I said it when we started out. A sales funnel is a step is a system you create to bring your customer closer to your offer, right? So when they land on your sales page, those that are interested in buying will come to another page. And then when they come to another page, they can either pay through their card or through your bank account. And then when they move to the next page, you can upsell them with another product they might need that complement the first one. If they don't buy it, you can downsell them to something else that is not as expensive as the upsell. If they don't buy it, then you can upsell them with something else closer to the first upsell. If they don't buy it, you can downsell before they now go to the confirmation page. And they can now get an email. So those that landed on this sales page, right, and they did not buy, you can bring them back there until when they complete the action. There's a system in place for that will make them complete the action. Every business must have this kind of process in place. If that is the only thing you will get from this webinar today, please have a system in place for your business. No matter the kind of business you run, you must have a system in place, a sales funnel in place. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. You must have a system in place. Right? Now, once you have a system in place, it will be easier for you to be able to see the power in digital marketing. Digital marketing can actually help you get more money. Some people actually spend money. They know the amount they need to spend on marketing, and they know the amount that will come back to them. Because over time, they've actually been in the business. They've actually run campaigns. And that is why every one of us on this platform can actually use digital marketing to your advantage. No matter the kind of product or services you sell or you render, someone online is interested in it, and you need to sell to that person. And the reason why this is very powerful is because you can actually start your marketing as little as $5 per day to sell your services online. As little as $3,000 per day to sell. If you are into real estate, you should know that you need to commit 10% of the amount or let's say 5% of the amount of whatever commission they pay you on marketing to sell. And that is why it's very powerful. And that is why it is very powerful. Some days ago, I actually helped someone to run a campaign for a stock trading school. Right? I was not in the business, but then the person contacted me to help me market a stock trading training online. And I went online, did my research, know the customer, and I went to Facebook. I said, where will I get these guys from? And I said, I'm going to get these guys on Facebook, because a lot of people are open to other potential ways to earn money. A lot of people are into stock trading, a lot of people are into crypto and things like that. Facebook has information about those guys. And I went to Facebook, I created my marketing message, targeted those that are interested in stock trading, in stocks, because Facebook knows those guys. You don't know those guys, but then that's the reason why you're paying Facebook to help you go and to find those guys for you. And at the end of the day, this guy got a lot of people that are interested in stock trading. And right now, we are even changing the marketing funnel based on the fact that the feedback we got from the campaign, right? We are trying to create an online webinar funnel for them, because most of the people that are interested, are ready to pay for it, are not based in Lagos. Some of them are based in Lagos, but they are very, very busy. So you might not know this until when you have a sales funnel in place. And what we need to now do is to now tweak it in such a way that when you join the funnel, it redirects you to a live webinar, but it's not live, but we'll make it live as if it's live. And then you can listen to the guy just like the way you're listening to me. And then at the end of the day, at a point, the account number or the call to action for them to buy will show to them. But then not everybody that watch the webinar will pay at instant. That is where the sales funnel email marketing has to come in place, where we can communicate with those set of people via emails or via chatbots, until when they eventually purchase whatever service that we want. But then we've actually acquired them. So there's a methodology that we use. It's called acquire, convert, and engage. So you acquire them, you convert them with whatever offer you have with them, and you can engage them with the marketing and email marketing, social media following, or your content on social media. Because most guys that follow you on social media, they want to see what you do and how you do it better before they can actually buy from you. They tend to study people, and I know most of us also do exhibit this kind of attitude where you follow someone on Facebook to see how the person is running his business, and then over time, from the content they post on their social media, that will give you an idea. Oh, I think I need to pay this guy to get me this stuff, right? That is the reason why all this is important for our business. At this point, I'm going to stop the training and give people an opportunity to ask questions. Ask question. If you have any question you want to ask me right now, I think I'm done with my message, and I know that we got value from this. And if you have any question you want to ask us, you can actually join the business group where you will get to meet me, and then you can ask questions, and we can all grow together. The idea behind this webinar is for all of us to grow together so that we can actually make more money from whatever services we pay or we offer. Now, I'm going to give us an opportunity to ask questions. If you have any questions, please drop your questions at this point. Thank you so much for having me on this webinar. I really appreciate the opportunity given to me. Yes. All right. So, someone. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach Yinka, and it's a very, very powerful presentation, and really appreciate to have you and to give us this this time of yours to open our mind, and everybody can agree. There's a lot of things that he mentioned that time will not permit us to able to go through everything. But one thing I just wanted to say, like he just rightly mentioned, we encourage, if you're not part of us on the business group WhatsApp, please indicate, and we will surely add you, and we can grow further together from there. And yes, so this is an ongoing thing. It's going to be a journey to get you to your desired position. But without me taking much of a time, if you do not feel to ask your question directly, can you also type the question in the group chat, and Coach Yinka can take the question live here. So I will I'll create everybody's dungeons. Let's try to take at least 5 questions so that we can wrap up in good time, without exceeding unnecessary time. Let's do that, then we can continue. I mean, that's the privilege you get if you are part of us. You know, we can't cover everything here in one meeting. So if you feel like to ask any question, kindly unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself and just speak freely, and or type it the question.
All right. So
okay. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Yinka. My name is Goodness Ibediano. I just have a question to ask concerning all of the things that Coach Yinka has said today. It has been a quite interesting session, and I've never had it like this before. Actually, I am into cleaning services in the hospitality industry, and I've been having this challenge trying to get customers online. I have done several ads on Facebook, and yet I have not been able to get a customer at the end of these ads. And I cannot tell what the problem is sincerely. And joining this session today, I think I have an understanding, but I still want to understand what could be the problem. Is it that I'm not getting the right audience, or I'm not supposed to be on Facebook running the ads, or I should be taking it to a different platform? I just want to understand what the problem is.
That's a good question.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Goodness Ibediano, my very good friend. Thank you so much for the question. All right. So now the first thing I need to ask you, sir, right?
Yeah.
What kind of customer are you looking for? Where are they based?
Okay. I'm looking for, my customers should be based in Lagos.
Where in Lagos?
Just anywhere in Lagos is okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the way I feel your marketing can work is either you didn't get the targeting right, or you
Okay.
didn't reach out to the right customer online, or
Okay.
you didn't give your advert enough time for Facebook to actually help you find customer. How
Okay.
long did you run the ad for? How many days did you run the
I think
advert for?
I did for 2 days or so. Yeah, about 2 days.
Now, let me tell you something about adverts when it comes to online. Now, when you run an advert, there's something we call a learning phase. Adverts goes through
Okay.
a learning phase in the first 2 days before it can start picking up. Even me, when I run an ad, I allow my advert to run for the next 48 hours before I make any decision first. So I think you didn't actually give Facebook enough room to actually make your ad go through the learning phase before they can actually find you customer that are interested in your business. Now, one thing I also feel you should do is that your marketing message also has to speak to the people that are interested in your services. Now, one of the things you can
Okay.
actually say in your marketing message is that if we clean up your apartment or your office, right? I just feel that if you add something like your life, your property or anything will be intact, that kind of stuff. You need to put something added to your services. Or when we come to your office to clean your office, this and what we will do for you after service. I think the marketing message might be wrong that way. So probably on
Okay.
the group,
Okay.
we can actually, if I can see your ads, the previous one ad that you've run, if I can see it, I'll be able
Okay.
to tell you exactly your mistakes and what you need to work on to improve on your sales online.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right now.
Thank you. If you
Thank
can,
you.
there's another question. We must answer this. It's about sales funnel. Is this done on a website? This is coming from the group chat from one of our lovely member.
Okay, let me show you. There's something we call for analytics, right? This is where we create a sales funnel. Now it's just a map. It's not the actual work, right? It's just showing you the process you need to go through to sell your service to people. So it's a map. It's just a map, right? This is what we use to, before we start running campaigns, before we start marketing online, we have a system in place. We have a map that we follow. Oh, what are the steps you want customer to take on our sales funnel? And then we can then walk them through the process all over and all over, right? So this is where you can create your funnel. As a free site, it's just for mapping. It's not the main work. It's just for mapping. It's just for you to have an idea of what you need to do to make your marketing or your customer work. Now, Mr. Ibedionu, are you running ads to WhatsApp or where? Because I need to know, where are you running ads to? Are you promoting to WhatsApp or what?
On Facebook. On Facebook.
Now, where are you driving them to?
Um, I don't understand the driving you're talking about.
Okay. When they see your ad, what are
Yeah.
the things they need to do? What is the next stage when they see your ad? What would they need to click on?
Okay. Just we are actually creating awareness to show that we are into this line of business,
Okay.
and we want customers to come around and maybe patronize us, kind of.
What was the marketing objective you selected on Facebook when you were running the ad?
Objective. Oh man.
It's like somebody actually helped you to promote it.
Yeah, somebody helped me to promote it.
So the person did not get it right. Now, the person did not get it right. You need to have a proper sales funnel in place. Probably on the group, I can actually help you out develop a sales funnel for your business. So this
Okay.
is what I use to map out a funnel. That is the reason why everybody must have a system in place, a funnel in place, so that you understand at this stage, this is where the customer will go to, and this is what the customer will do at this stage. So that's it. So that's what I use to build a funnel. All right, the next
Okay.
question is, what is the best audience targeting hack for Facebook? Mr. Ferdinand, what exactly are you pushing to audience on Facebook? Let me tell you something about Facebook advertising. There's no hack anywhere. Don't allow someone to sell you one hack, right? All you need to do is to identify your customer. So if I know the business you are trying to promote, I can actually give you an idea or what you can actually do to get your customers. Because everything you want on Facebook app is on Facebook. So some of us are currently pushing our products and services to the wrong set of people, and that is why we're not getting a lot of conversion from it.
Right.
Sure you get. So that is a major challenge that people have. All right, so I think I have a lot of questions here. I think I've asked some Mr. Ferdinand. Sales funnel, is it done on the website? Yes, I've shown you the website where I create sales funnel from. So it's very, very fantastic. Can a learner create a sales funnel? Yes, you can create a sales funnel. So you can actually map out the stages you want customer to grow to buy from you. So that's exactly the sales funnel. What resources are available to create e-flyers, adverts, for? Okay. You can use Canva, you can use this platform, you can use Canva, you can use Crilio for creating, and you can use, I think, Snapper or something like that. So these are different platforms that you can use to create your creatives, even if you don't have a graphic skills, right? You can use, I've given you 3 different platforms to use. Canva, number 1. You can use Crilio. Number 2, Crilio is a very fantastic platform. And you can use Snapper, right? All these are platforms that you can use to create your stuff. All right. Now, you said you are promoting adverts is for social media marketing training. Now, if you are selling a social media marketing training, who are you selling to? It should be business owners. Now, there's an option on Facebook you can use to target business owners that are looking for all this. So go to your audience insight and do your research well to find out audience insights, right? To find out those that are interested in your training. Very important, because some of us tend to jump the first thing we're supposed to do or just run into ads. Ad is not the first you need to do. You need to conduct your customer research, the first thing. So you can actually use this to know your audience. Let's say you're targeting those in Lagos. Just type Lagos or Nigeria. Lagos, right? Who are the age you want to target for your training? How much is your training? Let's say it's 55K or 25,000. Okay. What are their interests? Social media. You will know from here. Social media marketing. So all these options are there for you. You'll be able to see and understand the audience. I don't know why it's not showing. I think it's my network. But then these are one of the things we use to actually get an idea of our potential customers online. All right, so okay, Canva.com is easiest. Yes, Canva.com is easiest. But I think I'm falling in love with Crilio. But then Canva is good for those that, and there's another one. This is good also because you can actually, you know, on Canva, virtually everybody uses the same template on Canva. So I think here you have multiple options of designs on those platforms. So that's why. But then you can decide to pick anyone you want on these platforms, anyone you want to use for anything at all, for advertising, for carousel. This can be good, can be used for anything you want. So you have 3 options there. Mr. Dede has given us one fantastic one, which is Canva that you can use. The next question, please.
Please feel free to unmute yourself,
Next
or
question,
you can
please.
just type it. I think we want to take just one more. Teddy, please unmute yourself.
Yes, all right. You can unmute yourself.
Okay,
I have a question.
Please go ahead.
I have a question. My name is Adiola.
Right,
a lot of things you have said truthfully make a lot of sense, and it's something that one could work with. But you know, there's this book that's called the Dummy Book. So can you just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you would tell a dummy to do on in terms of social media advertisement? Just highlight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone who doesn't know at all, and who is not, all the things you're saying is just, okay, I can hear the English, but can you just tell me what the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I should do right now?
All right, so the first thing I need to tell you is that, first of all, the first thing you need to do is to sit down and do a research of your customer, number 1. Number two is that once you are done with your research, you now need to ask yourself, where will I find these guys? That's number two. Number three is that what channel do I want to take these guys through? That's number three. And number four, you develop a sales funnel based on the question answer one, answer two, and answer three as given to you. And then number five is you optimize the process from the feedback that you're getting from customer. That is it. Thank you so much.
And I think one of the things I've just learned from what you just said there, Coach, is from what Mr. Gunit just have tried to do in the past. Even though he tried to put something out there, he didn't put it out there for long, right? But what I just wanted to say, in addition to that, is where is that feedback? Yes, you can put something out there on Instagram, on Facebook. Did you develop a process that somebody who is interested in your product can make an inquiry? That's where you build that relationship. And, you know, so when you put something there and there's no click this form or click this thing that can send, I've seen there's a guy on, a friend of mine is on this platform. Whenever you go to his website, right, and you click on to know more, you get that information straight to his WhatsApp. And I think that's what you're trying to ask Mr. Goodness earlier. So it's all well and good to put this in out there, but you also ensure that you have something embedded in that if somebody is making an inquiry, you can pick it up straight away, either to your phone, either by your email, whatever you put in place with your help, with the help like of Coach Yinka. And personally, for me, I definitely need to I definitely need to get you on board what you are trying to do on the training side of things.
All right.
You know, so you just need something very clear.
Let me ask something, sir. Now, on Facebook right now, you can actually run an ad for people to send you a DM. Now, Facebook just introduced a call option now, which means that if you promote any option for Mr. Goodness, right? He's my very good friend. I know him very well, right? He can put the option of a call. People can call you directly from ad right now. So when they see your ad and they're interested in it and they want to find out more about it, they can click on the button and they talk to you on the phone, which means that you now need to convert those people on the phone. You have to be very good in sales, in closing people up when they call you on the phone. And then you make sure that anybody that calls you on the phone, you close that person instantly, right? That's what I do on the phone. So if you call our company right now, I'm the one I'll pick the phone and I'll try to convert you. Even if you're not ready to buy it at that time, I'll ask you, when is the nice time? When can I call you? And I ask you, okay, call me on Thursday. I say, okay, fine. Next week, Thursday, by this time, I'm going to give you a call back. And then the next week, I'm going to follow up until when the person converts, right? So it's a process you need to put in place. So most times, we all run ads based on fact, we just want to run ads. But you must have an objective that you want to achieve anytime you run an ad online. That's the very important option. You must have, is it that they send you a DM or they send you a message or call you or fill a form, right? You can even put out a form for anybody that wants to engage with your cleaning service to tell us exactly what they want or what kind of apartment do they want you to come and clean up. All these are ways to see. And if you're a consultant here, you can even create a free consultation form on your website where people go there, they fill it, and then you put a budget. Oh, tell us your budget. If they write 10,000 and you know that your starting fee to work with anybody is more than 10,000, you know that kind of person is not serious. You focus the energy on those that feel like 100K, 1 million, 300K as an option. That's what I do. That's what we do at our own agency. That's how we sieve out customers that are not serious, right? So we know that this one is not right for marketing. So you must have an objective of what you want to achieve when you run an ad or you promote something online. So that's it.
Okay, I'm going to take two more questions. One, I think Mr. Teddy is raising up his hand. You're already on mute, so can you please go ahead and just ask your question? And we're going to read one from the group chat before we call it a day. So, Mr. Teddy, go ahead, please.
With regards to what Mr. Yinka has been saying, so the question I really have is, how does one reduce cost cost for running ads? How does one reduce the cost for running ads in Facebook?
All right, so let me answer that question. So, Mr. Teddy, what is the cost of your product or services you are trying to render?
Okay. So for the training, I was talking about for the social media marketing training. So it's the entry price is a 1 day training. So it's at 2,899.
2,000.
899 for a day.
That's to give you the main crap.
All right, so that training, is it on WhatsApp or is it physical training that they need to come in for?
But it's more of a webinar, a
Okay.
2-hour webinar.
12 hours webinar. So can you explain your sales funnel for me? What was the thing you did during that period? What was the funnel
Okay,
you
so
created for
the
it?
setup, it is a lead generation advert, so that once they click the advert, they get to fill a
The
form
form.
in Facebook, yes,
Okay.
on Facebook, and then tell us about their business, if they've been running Facebook ads before, just
Okay.
basically
Okay, basic.
about their
All right.
marketing practices.
All right. So the way to reduce costs on advert is not determined by you. It is all depends on bidding, because the way Facebook charge you on ads is that there are other people that are also running the same training like you online, and they're also bidding for the same customer like you. So Facebook tend to show your ads to people, and then when they discover that more people interact more with your ads, right? And then other people, like let's say you have two different people running ad right now. The first person is running social media advert. The second person running social media advert. Now the first person run an ad, and then the person has a lot of engagement, a lot of comment, and the person responded to all the comment on all the inquiries on the ad. Now most people, when they run an ad, they don't pay attention to all the inquiries on the ad. So the second person ran an ad, but then his ads was just running and is running and is running. People commented, but they not bother to check. Facebook will automatically know that you are not actually doing something right. So they will actually tend to drop the cost of acquisition for the first person, because the person was able to engage and interact with the ads. So that's the factor in it. But then if you're running an ad of your entry point is 2,000 naira. So how much were you spending every single day to get um, a sale? So you can't tell me, are you saying that whenever you run an ad every single day, you don't get a sale, right? Because the option you pick, lead generation option, is going to charge you more money, because Facebook is going to be charging you per lead. At the end of the day, it might even be charging you more than the amount you are charging. So I think that the marketing option should change from probably lead generation to probably a traffic to a landing page. There, Facebook will drive people that will engage to your landing page, and then the cost of the advertising might drop that way. I think that's the only difference. The reason why it's high is because you are being charged by lead. Those that can run lead ad are probably those in the real estate industry, or probably in the interior decor or the training industry. I don't know, I might run a lead gen, because lead gen is much more, because they charge you per lead. Every time they get you a lead, right, they charge you per lead. So it's over time. You can now optimize it, and the price. So anytime you run an ad first time, your cost of advertising will go up. After a few days, it will drop. That is why I say that advert always go through learning phase. So even me, when I run an ad sometimes, I might see that this thing is high, but I tend to cool down my temper, leave it the way it is, and let it run for some days. Because the most important thing is for me to acquire a customer. Let me give you an example. There's a guy I trained recently. He's into salon. So after my training, I said he should create a proper marketing sales funnel, and he created a massage for himself, right? And then the massage was a clickbait for his other services at the salon. You know, they also do manicure, pedicure, shave, haircut, they sell skincare product. Now, the entry point was 500 naira, and he ran an advert of 7.5 for some days. The first few days he ran the advert, he didn't get there's a location option, he didn't get it right. So when he came to my office, I adjusted the location option. He went back and he got 4 people that are coming for the massage at 500 naira. But then those 4 people are also coming to also buy other products, like the manicure, the pedicure. I think manicure we said is 4,000, the pedicure is like 5K, and then they will also buy some skin product. Now, the idea there was that there was a clickbait that brought those guys in. So probably when I see him next week, and they will ask him how far with those guys. So he said that he's going to continue the campaign because it's more profitable for him. So before you can say your advert is too expensive, you need to allow your advert to run. There's always a learning phase. On Google, there's a learning. There's always a learning phase on every ad, any platform. Because the first thing they need to do is to go and find your customers that will interact with that business first. Once they get it, that's when your cost of acquisition will drop. Is that clear? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to take one more, and that's it. I'm going to read this out. Unfortunately, we can continue throughout today. And Ugochi is saying that can this be taught or guided? I would believe the answer will be yes, because that's what Coach Yinka does for a living. Everything he has shared with us, this is what he breathes 24/7. So yes, it can be taught, and we're gonna add you on the group chat, and Dean is gonna get across to you, and we can integrate into the group chat. Ronnie, I think you're raising your hand earlier, and that should be the very last question. And Ronnie,
yes, I did. Yes,
yep.
I did.
30 seconds.
Yes, I was going to ask how to make my Instagram page. I run a cake business, wedding cakes and so event cakes. How do I make my my Instagram page more and pro? Because it seems to me lately that it's only like a profile thing that people go to. I mean, I get clients, but they're mostly from referrals. Thank you.
All right, so I think I've gotten your question. It said, how do you make your Instagram page look more appealing to customers? Is that what you're asking, Ma?
Yes, basically.
First thing first I need to do is that before I answer that question, Ma, I need to take a look at your Instagram. Then I can now advise you on what you need to do.
Okay. Okay.
Probably on the group, you can share your Instagram profile with me, and then I will take it off from there.
Okay. Thank you much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
just to let everybody know, especially for those of us already on a group platform, Coach Yinka will be with us. It's our grand rule that all our guests will be on our group platform for minimum of 2 weeks, and which he is happy to be answering questions. So this will continue, and please feel free to use these services. If you have gone to his office, I don't think you could have just gotten to tell you everything he's doing for a living. This is a rare privilege we are having here, and to have him on the group chat for the group platform for the next 2 weeks, please kindly make use of that. And we encourage all conversation to be made public. We need to see, because we need to learn. This is not a platform that you, like I said, this is not what Africans do. We don't share information, we compete. But Logos Business Group is about complementing each other. We are not competing to anybody. Whatever you are doing, we are going to learn from that. Bible says, in your light, in your own light, we see light. So if you are lighted, we can use your light to forge our own journey as well. So it's very, very important that you keep it open so that we can learn from it. Obviously, if you want to close now a business, a service with Coach Yinka, after that, we don't need to know about that. But in terms of your questions, guidance, tips, it needs to be live on the platform, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much, everybody. I don't know if before Dean gave us any additional information, Coach Yinka, personally, and on behalf of everybody from Logos Business Group, we really appreciate you. And I also want to celebrate Dean as well, because he has done a fantastic one. I think everybody on Logos Business Group can attest to that. I just want to let this be said out there, to give someone a task to do something that is not common with Africans. It's a big task, and I really want to appreciate him for doing this. Thank you so much, and we really look forward with you to being our meeting in the next 2 weeks. So I don't know if you want to say anything, and then Dean can say the last word. We can stop the recording, and we call it an evening. Thank you so much from me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me also here. Thank you so much for attending. So the customer personnel worksheet will be shared to us on the group. The bonus I promise everyone will be shared to us on the group, so we can all feel that. We can all feel that, and then we'll understand our target audience. So if you have any questions for me, I'm on the group for everyone, then you can ask those questions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, Dean. Please, last
Thank,
word.
thank you very much, PS, for giving me the opportunity. And I really want to also appreciate Coach Yinka because I know the stuff he's made of. He taught me digital marketing, and I know what he's carrying inside of him. So I believe everybody has gotten a bit of whatever we've gotten here is less than 1% of what the man is carrying. So for those of us in our group, we are going to definitely receive the best of it. Just for those of us that are business group members, we're having our online hangout tomorrow by 5 p.m. Where we'll just gist and share our business ideas and so on and relate with each other. We will get back to all of you guys who are not yet members, and then we'll tell you the protocol that there's to follow. There's no money involved, but we have to make sure that we are people of like minds. One of the things about the group is that we are a group of people that believe in helping each other. The typical African and especially the Nigerian is all about helping himself. That's not what our group is about. If we notice that, we ask you to leave. Everybody that is there is one way or the other trying to touch the life of somebody else. So those are the things that we are more interested in than asking you to pay 1,000, pay 5,000 to come and join us. We are looking for people who have something to add value and would also like to receive from us. So thank you very much, PS. Thank you very much, Coach Yinka. I think for everybody that was part of this, I hope you've definitely taken some notes down. And if you join us on the group, you'll be able to ask Coach Yinka some more questions live, and he'll get back to you. He's very busy, very busy man. So I know what he's involved in. So I really want to appreciate him once more. Thank you very much, and bye-bye from me.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It has been a pleasure to have you. I really appreciate your time that you spent with us. Thank you, and we look forward to see you in our next event. Like Dean mentioned, we're having a hangout discussion tomorrow. So whoever I invite you for our guest, you can still join a hangout discussion before we integrate it to the WhatsApp group itself. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we look forward to or seeing you next time and to your successful business in whatever you do. Have a pleasant evening, everybody, and stay blessed and stay safe. God bless you. God bless you.